Hey, so I wanted to talk about a quick story about an experience I had in Ocean Beach, California. I started this channel. Right now I got like 6 subscribers. The whole point of it is casual photography. I'm not trying to be a big photographer or anything. I'm just going out and having fun, pretty much. That's the point of my whole channel. So I was out there, right? And I'm going to show the picture on the screen. It's just, I was standing at an intersection and it was a crosswalk. And I was taking a picture of just like low-level ground shot. And, I was in the zone. As you can see in this picture, I was really low. And then like a lady she was crossing the street with her I didn't know how old they were, but they were like 2 teenage girls when I found out later. And I just quickly moved to my right, and I was trying to get a shot of like people crossing the street, just shoes in the ground. I want you to imagine what I was trying to do, like shoes in the ground or whatever. There was some nice Chuck Taylors, they're customized. So I was looking this way, getting my shot like you just saw. And then I sensed some people crossing to the right. So I just quickly moved my camera over, not even looking up. I was still low. And I was just snapping pictures of people walking, just shoes and like not even the kneecap or anything, all in jeans and shoes, right? So this lady's like, "You're a weirdo. What are you doing? You have a foot fetish? What are you doing?" And I'm like, "What?" Like, no, it's just a creative shot. What are you talking about? And I don't argue with women or whatever, because I know like it can go a lot of different ways. Like if you're arguing with a man knows it can lead to a scuffle or whatever. But women know, most women know you're not going to really hit them or whatever like that. So I know like they could turn up on you and it can get bad. Now I don't want to be seen arguing with women anyway, but she's calling me a weirdo and they're minors. What are you taking pictures of minors for? And she's shouting at the corner with me, and I'm just standing there with my camera. I'm keeping it polite because I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to de-escalate this. And she just turned up the more calm I was. I was like, no. I was just taking pictures of like the shoes, which I'm like, oh my gosh, she's going to think I have a foot fetish for shoes, a shoe fetish or something like that. I was like, no, it's just a creative shot. I was shooting the ground. And she's like, "You're a weirdo. You're lucky I don't call the cops." And then she walked away. And then I'm like, this is not even worth it. And the thing is, I've never had I've had no bad experiences up until that point. Like I shot all day and I had people in the pictures and some like direct photos of people, like, nobody cares. I took pictures of people's dogs that day, but it was that one person that set me off. And I want you to hop in the comments if you have any stories or similar situations to where it just turn you off from directly shooting people, taking pictures of people. But that just turned me off because some people are not smart enough, or they're just not aware of what street photography is or how they get down when out there shooting. I mean, first off, I could have came back and said a whole bunch of things. I could have been like, "Hey, look, lady, you're in public, you're in my shot. It's fair game for you." But I'm not going to sit there and go back and forth with someone that's just out of control like that. But yeah, so from there on, I was just pretty much done with that street. And I went home and I was so pissed because, when you get home from a situation and you kept it calm and you think about, damn, I could have really turned up. And you start thinking about later on in the day how you could have turned up with somebody, and you think about what you wish you said when you was in the moment. That's what I did, and that shit pissed me off. So I just thought from there on, like, you know what? A lot of people suck, and I can get an excellent shot without people being the main point of the shot. I'm more into geometry and design and how light and shadows create a design when I'm doing street photography anyway. So I don't need people anyway. I don't even like people really in certain ways. I'm not anti-people, but you never know how someone's going to react. So like, that's when I decided like, yeah, I'm done. I mean, I'll still take photos if someone's in the shot. And if they got something to say, I'm like, hey, I'm doing my thing. You just happen to be in the shot. I don't care about you. I mean, I wish somebody would approach me again trying to call me weird. because that's what I'm definitely not. I don't care about you. I'm not weird. I'm just out here creating my content, doing my thing. So yeah, that's when I decided. It only took one time. That's when I decided I was completely done with, you know, taking shots with people pretty much in it, unless they just happen to be there and I'm focusing on something else. But yeah, in that particular moment, in that moment, I was aiming at their shoes, and I was thinking like, yeah, if she's had a bad day, she could be like, yeah, I don't want someone taking pictures of my daughter's shoes. So I do get that. When I see a problem or I run into a problem, I do try to think of both sides, but she could have came at it a different way too. Don't call me a weirdo, because you know what? I was on that corner for like probably 10 minutes doing my thing. You know, as big as I am and all the attention I get, everybody saw me. Everybody knew what I was doing. And actually, there was a homeless woman that was right there next to me. Like, she was just leaned up against the power supply thing, you know, the big tall power meter thing. And when the lady walked up, she was like, she's weird. She's out of control. Like, and I looked at her, I was like, you know what I'm doing, right? And she's like, yeah, you wasn't bothering anybody. You weren't being weird. So like, that made me feel better that someone saw that, you know, just taking photos, creative shots and things like that. But I would definitely like to hear if any of you have, you know, if you can briefly describe any situations to where someone just got you confused with a weirdo, because, you know, it's just, there's a lot of people, so a lot of people out here that could think a lot of different things, so you just got to be careful. But yeah, that's my experience on street photography and running into somebody that had the smoke. So yeah, I'm done with people. I'm gonna just focus on my designs, lights, shadows, structures, things like that. I have more fun doing that anyway. So, all right, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Feel free to share your experience in the comments below. All right, peace.